What's up, everybody? It is I, the JUICEman3941, here with episode 8 of the Gaming Roundtable, Godeater 3, the demo. Now, I want to talk about Godeater real quick. I have Godeater Resurrection on the PS4. Godeater on PS4 was Resurrection was actually the first Godeater on the PSP, or the handheld unit. Then they put Godeater 2 out on the PS4. I also did not know this, but it was also on the PSP. Godeater 3 is not on the handheld, and is actually the first time this has been built for the actual hardware, the PS4 hardware. There is a definitely huge graphics fidelity increase, obviously, from the handheld. The gameplay model, this is the character I created for the demo. It's the action demo. Everything animates real nice. It's just real crisp and clean. You get the sheen on the hair, the purple, and I made my basic character from the first two games that I've played through. Now, for some reason, you're in jail. I don't know why you're in jail, but you're in jail, and they don't really get into the story. They start you off here, but this is where you get your missions and stuff. I want to say right off the bat that the Godeater series is basically Bandai Namco's answer to Monster Hunter. It has the same kind of tropes where you fight big monsters, small monsters. You get the parts from them, which helps you craft and upgrade and so on and so forth. I made a girl to start out with because my other girl, I have the same girl in the other two games. It's really well animated, as you can see when she walks. Even her jumblies animate too, which is always a bonus. This is where you get your missions, of course, and similar to the other Godeaters. But I will say this about this game, and I'm going to show you momentarily about this demo and what just got me really jazzed for it, because I love Monster Hunter games. I actually have all of them on the PS4. From Monster Hunter World to the side-scrolling Earth Dawn that has Monster Hunter like crafting and stuff like that, retake parts, to both Godeaters, to Token and Kiwami, Token 2. If it's a Monster Hunter style game, I pretty much own it, and I just love this genre of games. Godeater has really upped the ante with its combat, and it is so dynamic and very almost Devil May Cry like combat. It is so much more frantic and frenetic and energetic. It's just simply stunning. I was blown away by just the way that it feels, and it's so good, and I'm so excited for this release. It gets released on PS4 and Xbox One on February 8th. This is your basic terminal here, where you can go in here, you can change your loadout and your item prep, which is kind of nice. Right now these are kind of, I guess, locked out because it is a demo. There is co-op multiplayer, which is nice, and I don't know if it's just 2-player, but it may let you play up to 4. I know the other games, I believe, did, but you can equip your loadout. This is going to, of course, giving me hints. This is the I'm using these twin daggers. The cool thing is this was, this is kind of nice that I can sit here and zoom in and out of your character. This is a different kind of screen than the previous versions. As you can see here, little jumblies moving, and I just love these double daggers. These were not in the previous game. They're really nice looking. I mean, the sheen on the characters look great. Just the overall graphics fidelity for this game is I just absolutely love. What's cool about and it still does the shield and all the other stuff, and of course I guess there are the knife and the blade and all melee weapons. There's the blades, there's the maul, the scythe, there's this new one called an amulet ring. This is not in the previous games. This is a new kind of thing, and apparently, even though it's not available, but you can see you can change color on them. There's the Amulet Twins, which I think is what I'm using. I think that's cool. They added some new weapon types. I mean, they have all the old style ones, but then they got these new ones, which is just great. And then of course you can go down here, and I can change my appearance around. Now, I don't know how much is available for the demo. It looks like there's different battle suits I can wear, of course, just like in the other game. There's a military battle suit light. This is really nice. Again, really nice customization. There's a desert battle suit. There's a night battle suit. Looks like that's about all that they are offering just to start. I guess you can go to bottoms, of course. Current top takes up both clothing styles, so I'd have to change that. And I'm still allowed to change my hairstyle and whatnot. So this is kind of nice to see this. So I'm gonna go out of here because I want to show you this combat. It's just excellent. So mission's been issued. I'm gonna go on the very first mission. I've already done this before. It's just field training. It's a basic tutorial. I'm gonna hit confirm. You got to go over here and talk to the jailer. He lets you out. Now I don't know again why your characters are in jail. What happened in the world that they are. It is based off an anime. I've not actually seen the anime, but apparently he unlocks this and then you get to go. It's a little bit different from the other. But apparently, as a Godeater, now you're in jail. So I don't know if they just society turned on you or whatever else happened there. And this is again the demo. So it says Godeater 3 action demo. So it's just basically how you.
It's pretty thick here.
Showing you all the action.
Let's get this over with and go home. This Ashland's acclimation program stuff is so boring. I can't take it.
We're gonna go down here
It's impossible to do
and jump so I can show you some of the cool combat. Again, much more dynamic looking levels and worlds. It's so beautiful. Look at. I love the combat. I mean, it's so much more frantic with the daggers. You can do different combo attacks with different variations on the X and Y. I love that. You can even do this. You know, you can switch to your gun instantly, which is really nice. And if you want to aim in, you just do that. Like I just hit a freeze beam. That's like a laser beam or whatever. And I can switch to that, where I can hold down the R1 and square like before. And this puts both daggers together and makes a big double-handed bulge. Now it does take your, you know, it's just great. It's just so amazing. Boom! Like you can do all this cool. You know, I can switch it right back to my double daggers. You can, boom, do this ground slam. One of the things I like is an R2 and dive. And the R2 and dive allows you to, like, use your, like, you can use your shield and dive at it. I love this. Watch this. Boom. Just jetting through the air. You can run and be like, boom. And at the same time, you can run into it by, and that shield that protects you, you'll see from here. And you jump in all that crazy like anime style jumping, which takes some of your stamina. You can knock creatures back with it. It's just awesome. I mean, the game is really just, I just love it. It's just fantastic. The way that the combat is and how everything is in the game. It's just great. I love it. I'm so happy that this. You know, it's just such a. I just enjoyable on the combat level. I love the way the levels are drawn out. And I'm just looking for the origami. You can still do the hold down Y, but now the demon that you pull out is much more dynamic looking, very cool. Boom, and you can still take stuff. You can still dodge. It still has the basic same attacks, but I love the fact that this is, you know, I can back off, and if I get away, for example, I can like shield. Boom, and hit him. Some creatures that are small will knock them down. Now that he's down, it's kind of like, we'll go ahead and see if I can take some parts. Boom, boom, got that. Origami bone chip acquired. Take anything else. Boom. And of course, you can change your gun form. And it's the same basic systems. It's just, the gameplay is just so much better. It's just so much better than it was, and I love the level design. Here we go. I do this here. You roll now when you dodge. You don't just sidestep. That's great. That's another neat feature. It's like they really upped it. Now I'm just hitting with this laser. He hit me, but let's see. Oh, and you got this active Enrage, which is cool, which is Commander's Blade. So like we share the power of my commander with him, so we have more power now. It's just great. Boom, got him again. I just love this whole this right here. I love that double bulge. It's so badass. It's just really nice. Kind of goes through this tutorial thing. I love that, like, leaping shield thing is great to get into action and combat really great. And you defeat him, and that's that. I mean, it still has the same basic structure as Godeater Resurrection and Godeater 2, but just overall, the improvements in combat, the graphics, I love that. I love that shield jump. That's so anime, like, it's just fun. The combat is so much more dynamic and interesting than it was, you know, and just, I love, like, the levels are much bigger and less, like, the other games, of course, because they were PSP, they could only do so much, but these feel much more like areas that were destroyed over time, and just, it feels more open and dynamic, and the combat being the way it is absolutely just incredible. I just love the change in combat. It's faster, it's more fluid, it has a almost Devil May Cry like thing, that shield jump that just really, you just feel powerful and empowered, and that's what you want out of the game. So it has that even more hack and slash elements that you would expect at maybe out of a Dynasty Warriors or a 99 Nights or one of those style games, or even, like I was saying, Devil May Cry or even God of War. It's just so frenetic, and with all the different weapons, I can't wait to try some of the other ones to see what they're about. But those double daggers are so much fun. It's going to show you again here with all the rewards, and it shows you new parts and stuff so you can customize. Now the demo is limited, of course. It's not going to let you do everything. It's not going to let you do absolutely everything, which I was hoping that you be able to. It does say thanks for trying Godeater 3 and all that stuff. And okay, so there's 8-player co-op in assault missions, which is great. And then, of course, there's the UFO table, does the anime sequences. But I didn't know there was 8-player co-op, so that's pretty cool. That's really kick-ass. And I can overwrite it. I don't know if the game is going to allow you to carry your character over from the demo to the main game. I hope so. That would be really great. Because I know Token Kiwami did that, and I thought that was really cool. Token 2 also did the same thing, so I thought that was great. But it just basically takes you back here if you want to do other missions. I'm going to go in and try one of these newer weapons. Now, something I want to do though with this character on the appearance, if I change the top. Now this is an actual like thing. This is like I like that red. That's pretty cool. I might change to that. But if I change to the top, these battle suits. Now I don't know. It just says bottoms and then tops, so I don't know. Night battle suit, lower body clothing be changed because you unequipped a full outfit set. Okay. Now I've got different ones. I guess I can mix and match. Okay. I was just making sure. I wasn't sure like how that worked. But I'm definitely switching to the red battle suit. I like that red. That's pretty cool. And again, you can change your hair color and style. And what I like about the hairstyles, the hairs actually move, as you can see. I think that's great. So I'll show you a couple different styles. I don't know if these are all the styles in the game. To be perfectly honest with you, I don't know. They only offer so many. Of course, there's like 10 to choose from. So I'm not real sure about that one. If there's actually going to be more styles at launch for the game. I used that one because I love that look, and that's a really nice. That's a new hairstyle for this game too. That's a really cool hairstyle. But I'll just keep what I have because I just like that. I tell you what I want to do to show you on the demo. Let's check out the other new type, which is the ring type. I don't know what it does exactly or how or anything, but we're going to check it out. Short blade, long blade, buster. Now my old character used to use the scythe, which I love using the scythe. But I want to check out these rings and see. Wow, look at that. Look at that. That is crazy. Look at it. It's a giant crescent moon. Holy cow. That's nuts right there. Holy cow. That's pretty dope. I'm gonna go do a mission. and see what happens when you do that. So let's go on into here again. And I'm going to go and do a standard mission. There's field training 2 of the high density ash environments. There's downtown, there's chapel. So that's cool. You got these different areas. So we'll just do the first field training again, just so I can get kind of a feel. And this is just great. I'm telling you, I love the combat of the other 2 Godeaters too, because it is really fun and it is fast, but it is not like this. This is very different, which is pretty cool. I think it's great on February 8th, which is going to be in a few weeks. You're going to be able to play 8-player co-op. I'm just so happy they made a Godeater that was specifically for the PS4. This is excellent. This game is just, I can't sing its praise enough, because if you've played the other ones, that you could see the improvements that this has made, and I just love that. So we're gonna jump down here and check out this giant crescent moon. Wow, it's like being. So you got your, of course you've got art that comes out of there, which is great. Oh, look at that, nice. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, that's nice. Oh, it turns into like an axe. That's cool. Boom, very nice. That is cool, very cool. Okay, still does the quick attack on that, just like the other game. Okay, so that's how you do the shield. They changed the shield. You pull the shield up by hitting the R1 and circle. Before, it didn't. It was the R1 and square. Now that's just a simple attack. That's cool. So I love that. Still got that boom. Still love that right there. I still love that. That's so great. So there's your dive. You can go up here and fight these things real quick. Not moving forward. So we'll do this. Let's go this way this time. I love the more post-apocalyptic look of everything. I love the fact that it's just everything's destroyed. You know, it almost looks like Darksiders. It has that same almost art style, like from the first game. This is a great demo. I love when they put demos out. Oh, okay, just some stuff you can find here. Alright, got a herb. That's good. That's for healing.
There aren't any origami around at the moment, so maybe a warm-up is in order.
So we're just kind of checking that out and running around. I just love the fact there's all these improvements to the combat, and it's great that they basically, outside of the different control to pull your shield up, and you now have this attack, which is great. Boom, that's great. It turns that ring turns into an axe. That's fantastic. That is.
Whoa! There's an origami. You can check enemy locations.
Yeah, definitely. If you're a fan of Godeater, you got to try the demo. And if you're not, you really should consider trying the demo in this one.
Leave some for me next time.
Oh no, he's done. This is great. I love it.
Let's check your skill. Switch your Godeater to gun form.
Yeah, switch to the guns, which is great. Got armament training. Still does the same thing where you can power rip your guys with the guns. That's great. Let's see what we got going on.
Oh, look at that! Just the target we wanted.
Get him with the freeze beam here. Out of the way there. Gotta switch back. I love that. Those different new switch attack is great.
Gunform attacks cost OP, but you can use blade form to resupply. So it's all about balance.
Alright. Go ahead and do this real quick. Get some parts from there. Fantastic. There's another one that showed up. I love that shared supply thing that you do now. That's just fantastic. knocked him down. Oh, that is great.
That about does it. How you feeling? Well, in a wasteland like this, you can't feel too good.
Yeah, that ring attack, that is, I love that. That ring is so good to play. I mean, I loved the other two games, but this is really like great the way they set this game up. I love it.
Keep 'em in check.
Yeah, I love it. Plus, another thing I like is that that they did all English vocalization. I think a localization on that. I think that's great too. So I'm really happy about that. Them doing that. So got my completion rank. Of course, rank bonus right up. I really hope that they do let you. Oh, your burst starts go up now like that instead of you using parts to do that. I wish you wouldn't do that every time and just say, hey, you want to, thanks for playing the demo, and you got to go right back. But Godeater 3 is great. It is Monster Hunter, basically by Bandai Namco, with a Devil May Cry like combat, which is amazing, and I am totally recommend you download the demo and totally recommend the game as it is when it comes out February 8th. I already know it's going to be amazing, and I cannot wait to play it. And I'm going to give him a little drink here. Hats off to Bandai Namco. Hey, and I want to thank you all for joining me while I showed you this gameplay demo on this game of Godeater 3. And I will see you all next time on the Gaming Roundtable. And as always, gamers, this is JUICEman3941 saying good gaming.